go.
Hey there everybody, it's Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of Freebooters Season 8. Episode. We fell behind early to the Blowfish, but managed to have a nice beginning thanks to a fielding error, and we never looked back as we defeated them 7-4. Let's get back on the winning record of things and give rookie Robert Muddywater his second career victory. Coming into today's matchup, it's our final non-conference matchup, non-divisional matchup of the season as we're facing the Sawteeth. Both teams come in with 7 wins. We are at 7-3, leading our division, and the Sawteeth come in at 7-4, also leading their division. So battle of division leaders for this episode. On the hill for us is second-year pitcher Hedwig Lafayette, 1-0 with a 1.20 ERA and an 0.87 WHIP. And on the other side, it is veteran pitcher left-hander Larry LaJoy, who is tense, 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA and a 1.95 WHIP. Lineup for today's game looks like this. Captain Stump Pitts leads off with the DH role, followed by catcher Everett Ho batting second. That is the first baseman Harsh McFreddy batting third. Batting fourth is the center fielder Nico Jennings. Batting fifth and locked in is shortstop Hester Reliable. Batting sixth is second baseman Cole the Fishman Salmon. Batting seventh is left fielder Martin Polbean. Batting eighth, right fielder Flash Evans. And batting ninth and 10th is third baseman Colton Burnett. Let's get into it. As we're back on the road for this matchup here, going to El Viejo Stadium, taking on the Sawteeth. Faced them in the playoffs last year, which ended in a nice victory. I believe we won that. I believe we swept that series, if I remember correctly. Sawteeth have made some roster moves in the offseason, looking a tiny bit different, but a lot of familiar faces from the playoff team last year are still there. The big noticeable departure from their lineup is the left fielder slash Trips, as he left for greener pastures in free agency, but they brought in center fielder Jackie Slam to replace his loss, and they also lost center fielder Super Samson as well in free agency. Those were the two big lineup pieces that left. Pitts will lead off the game here, DH hitting .350 with 5 RBIs as he'll face the left-hander here, Larry LaJoy. Larry on the season. He was on the Overdogs last season, and we faced him in the finals. We won that start. Larry 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA and a 1.95 WHIP. 4 earned runs given up in 6 2/3 innings pitched. He's only made one start this year. Sat out the first game of the first quarter of the season. He's given up 10 hits in that start. One of them a homer. He threw a wild pitch, walked 3, and struck out 3. Batting average against is the highest on the team, but that's because he's faced the fewest amount of batters. 357. It's ready, here we go. Strike in there for LaJoy, 0-1. Joy comes into this outing tense as well. Curveball down and in is low, 1-1 the count. Up and in, caught the corner with the fastball, 1-2 as tough out activates for Pitts. Curveball down and in, knocked down by LaJoy behind the mound. Tough play for base, that's going to be late. Infield single for Pitts as he reaches. That'll bring up the catcher Everett Ho, hitting .303. 2 homers, 4 RBIs for the outside pitch specialist on the season. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Ho had 2 hits last game, both of them doubles. Curveball in the dirt, 1-1. Check swing up and in, called a strike, 1-2. Chased it outside, dribbler to first. Young junior backhands to second with a 1. Base back to the pitcher covering, and that's a double play. 2 down, nobody on here for McFreddy, the first baseman, hitting .306. 7 RBIs on the years. He drove in 2 on a single last game. Curveball inside, misses ball 1. That was McFreddy's only hit of the game as he went 1 for 5. Fastball up and in is high. 2-0 to Harsh. Curveball away, line to second. Leaping is Connor to make a nice catch in the grass, and that will end the inning. Bottom 1, Sawteeth coming up with base, Slam, and Compton. Leading off is the shortstop today, Dion Base, second year with the Sawteeth, hitting .257, 7 RBIs in the year for him. On the mound for us is second-year pitcher Hedwig Lafayette. Making her 3rd start of the year in her first 2, Lafayette is 1-0. She has a 1.20 ERA and an 0.87 WHIP. In her 2 starts, she has thrown 15 innings, giving up only 2 earned runs. That's good for a 1.20 ERA and an 0.87 WHIP. 9 hits surrendered, 1 of them a homer. She has thrown a complete game shutout in those 2 starts. Walked 4 batters and struck out 6. Batting average against .173. Lafayette threw a quality start against the Moonstars, but unfortunately the bullpen blew the lead, wasting her quality start as she was in line for her second win. Lafayette ready. Here's the lineup for the Sawtooth before we start. After base, it is the center fielder today, Jackie Slam, who is locked in, the new free agent acquisition. Right fielder Michaela Compton up next. She is locked in as well, returning for another year with the Sawtooth, as well as DH Valerie Painter. She is 10th, batting 4th today. Batting 5th and returning is catcher Harmony Strauss. Batting 6th returning, a left fielder Stallion Johnson, as he is now in the lineup with the departure of /Trips and free agency. Batting 7th and returning is second baseman C.T. Connor. Batting 8th is original member first baseman Junior Young Jr. And batting 9th is third baseman Ian Fielder, who returns for another year. First pitch from Lapinese. It's a called strike, and we are underway. Away, lined in the hole to short. Reliable dives, you can't get there, and that is going to be a leadoff base hit for base. Dion on to start the inning. Next up is center fielder Jackie Slam, hitting .319. 4 homers, 10 RBIs, as she is locked in currently at the plate. Slider up and in. It's called striking. The first pitch as the runner goes. Throw down is late. It is a stolen base for base. For Dion, that is his first attempt to steal all year. He's 1 for 1. I won the count to Slam. Pass down and in. Check swing inside. 1-1. Down and away, chop foul behind the plate by Slam. 1-2 as Tough Hat activates for Jackie. In her 8th season in the league. Assist to start the series. Change up sky deep to right field. Evans calling for it on the warning track. Catch for first out. His base will tag, and he will get to third easily. Now 90 feet away from scoring for Compton, the right fielder, who's locked in, hitting .333. 4 homers, 7 RBIs on the year. Down and away is in the dirt from Lafayette. Ball 1. Got it down and in. Dribbled to second. Salmon makes the play to first. 2 down. Run scores, though, on the RBI ground out. 1-0 Sawtooth. Base is empty. 2 down for Valerie Painter, the cleanup hitter today. DH is 10th. Hitting only $179 on the season with 2 RBIs. Painter of this club's offense. But they're getting it done without her this year, as they're still 7-4. Even without one of their best bats. Change it down and in the dirt. 1-1 to Painter. Well down and away. Hard grounder up the third base line. Burnett dives and cuts it off. Gets up and fires. In time to end the inning. Nice play. Sawtooth get a run on the RBI ground out, though, as it's 1-0 to the second. Jennings reliable and Salmon do up against LaJoy. Leading off the inning is our cleanup hitter today, center fielder Nico Jennings, hitting .457. 3 homers, 13 RBIs on the year. LaJoy back to neutral mojo after the double play last inning. Curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Down and away is low, 2-0 to Nico. Screw. Fastball low, ball 4. That's a 4-pitch walk. First walk today for LaJoy as Jennings will reach. Leadoff man on, and that'll bring up shortstop Hester Reliable, who's locked in, batting 5th today. Hitting .452 with 3 homers and 14 RBIs as he is low pitch active here. Reliable hit an RBI double last game against the Blowfish. Pick off the first, nothing doing. A stealer active for Jennings over there on first base. Curveball middle in, caught the corner, 0-1. Fastball away, swung through late, 0-2. Slide at the knees, line to right center field. That is in the gap as that rises over the leaping second baseman's glove. Slam will track it down. Reynolds will be at second and third here after the double by Reliable. Now 1 for 1. 2 in scoring position, none down for the second baseman Cole, the Fishman Salmon. This last game, inside pitch active though, hitting .381. 4 homers, 10 RBIs on the year. 0-1, nice pitch. Fastball up and in, 1 hopper. 1 down as that's an easy play to first. Next up is left fielder Martin Polbean, hitting .341. An RBI on the year. Curveball at the knees, line to right center. That is caught by Compton, though, for the second out. Runner was going on the liner and will now retreat to third. 2 down, runner still at second and third for newcomer right fielder Flash Evans. RBI single in the game last episode as he is hitting .133 on the year with an RBI. Fastball away for a strike, 0-1. Slided down and then is called strike as LaJoy up 0-2. Curveball at the knees. Evans turns on it, but he'll foul it off into the seats. 0-2. Fastball up, he chases it and pops it up to first base. And LaJoie does a tightrope act to get out of the inning without a run scoring, despite 2 runners in scoring position with none down. Bottom 2, Strauss, Johnson, and Connor due up. There's catcher Harmony Strauss leading off, 5-hitter hitting .257, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. There's the curveball down and in, is hard grounded in the hole past the diving Sam. Strauss 1 for 1 to start the day. Leadoff woman on, and that'll bring up left fielder Stallion Johnson, who is tense, batting 6th today for the Sawteeth, hitting .316 with a homer, 5 RBIs. Fastball up and in, the first pitch is inside, ball 1. Down the way, shows bunt, but pulls back as it's low, 2-0. Fastball up, liner to third, Burnett leaps over his glove, and that's another base hit. First 2 batters on for the Sawteeth here on back-to-back singles. Johnson back to neutral mojo, and that'll bring up the second hitter today, second baseman C.T. Connor. .356 average, 1 homer, 3 RBIs on the year. First pitch curveball down and in, grounded in the hole to short, and that is another base hit as Lafayette gives up 3 singles here to start the inning. Bases are loaded for the Sawteeth now with none down, and that'll bring up the 8-hitter, first baseman Junior Young Jr. .300 average, 1 homer, 4 RBIs on the year. Young Jr. in his second stint with the Sawteeth. He starts here on the roster at day 1. He left for a few years, and this is his second season back as he came back last year in year number 7. Did not see him in the playoff series, though. Slider down and then is hacked through, 0-1. Fastball down and away, liner to first. McFreddy there makes the catch, and the runner will hold. 1 down, base is still loading for Fielder. Third baseman batting 9th today, Ian Fielder hitting .212, 1 homer, 2 RBIs on his 3rd year with the Sawteeth here in the series. Starting, of course, with the Grapplers organization. Up and in, the first pitch is a called strike, got the letters, 0-1. Next pitch is fastball down and away, below the knees, ball 1. Down and in, check swing inside, 2-1 the count to Fielder. Down and away, swung through it late, 2-2 the count. Fastball up and away, high, 3-2. Down and in, called strike 3. First punch out for Lafayette today, 2 down. Base is still. Shortstop singled his first time up, he's 1 for 1, looking to get a run in. Fastball up, taken high, 1-0. Up and away, check swing, it's a strike, 1-1. Got down and away, check swing, called a strike, 1-2. Lafayette a strike away from getting out of trouble. Curveball hangs, hard ground to the third, Burnett fields it and fires to first in time, and that is going to get us out of the inning without a run scoring. 2 tightrope rocks in the second for both pitchers to the third. It's still 1-0. Burnett, Pitts, and Hodo up against LaJoie. Getting off 9-hitter, third baseman Colton Burnett, hitting .405 with a homer, 7 RBIs on the year. Currently tense at the moment. Fastball up and in for a strike, 0-1. Slider away is fouled off, 0-2. Fastball up, hard ground to the short, right at base. He'll make the play, 1 down. Next up is the DH Pitts. He's singled his first time up and then was erased on a double play ball in the first inning. Fastball down and away from LaJoie, ball 1. Sliders outside to Pitts, 2-0. Fastball middle in is blooped into center field, and that is a base hit. It's his second hit today. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And first 1 down for Ho, grounded into a double play his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Screwball up and away is called strike, 0-1. Just caught the corner. Curveball at the knees, Ho sits on it, lines it into left center field, but that'll hang up for Johnson and makes the. Now to bring up McFreddy, 0 for 1 today with the line out to second base his first time up. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Inside, called a strike on the corner, 1-1. Slider just caught the outer corner, 1-2. Slider middle in, line to short, base picks it off the shoe tops, and that ends the inning. Bottom 3, it's 1-0. Slam, Compton, and Painter do up. Here's Jackie Slam, 0 for 1 today for the Sawteeth. First pitch changeup middle away. It's lined into left field. Holbein gives chase and dives to cut it off, and that'll be a single for Slam, as that could have been extra bases. Leadoff woman on, and that'll bring up Compton 0-for-1 with the RBI ground out her first time. Curveball down in the way. It's swung through by Compton 0-1. Fastball up and in is high 1-1. Slider up and away. Foul back 1-2 to Compton. Fastball down and in. Hard grounder at the middle. Salmon dodge, you can't get there, and that's back-to-back hits to start the inning again for the Sawteeth. So they're in business once again. Next up, Painter 0-for-1. First pitch fastball down and away. Grounded to second, right at Salmon. Will flip the second one. Liable to first. Double play. Runner at third, though, with 2 down for Strauss. Single to first time up, then was stranded at third base. First pitch is pulled foul. She's early. 0-1. Fastball up and in. Inside 1-1. Slider up and in. Called a strike. 1-2. Lafayette ahead. Go down and in. Chop foul behind the plate. Still 1-2. Fastball down and away. Chopped on the ground to short. Reliable charges bare hands and fires in time, and that ends the inning. As Lafayette strands the runner at third. To the fourth, it's 1-0. Jennings, Reliable, and Salmon do up. Jennings walked his first time up. Was stranded at third base in the second inning. Fastball down and in is a called strike from LaJoy, 0-1. Curveball is low to Nico, 1-1. Curveball hangs in the middle of the plate as he jumps on it. It gets under at the center field, though. It's going to die at the warning track as Slam there to make the catch. 1 down. Just missed the home run. That'll bring up Reliable, who doubled his first time up. He was stranded at second base. 1-for-1 today. Fastball up and in is a called strike, 0-1. Fastball up, chase late, 0-2. Curveball down in the way is chopped on the ground to second. Charging is Connor on the bare hand, 2 down. That'll bring up Salmon 0-for-1. Hard ground out the shortstop his first time up. Fastball up and in, high and inside, 1-0. Fastball up and away, bloop to left field. Liner will hang up though for Johnson, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for LaJoy. Bottom 4, it's still 1-0. Johnson, Connor, and Young Jr. do up. Here's Johnson, 1-for-1 today with a single. Fastball up and away, check swing, 0-1, called a strike. Curveball down and in, pulled foul, 0-2. Change it down and away, foul back, still 0-2. Fastball up and in, inside, 1-2. Slider down and away, fouled off. It's fighting it here in this at bat. Fastball down and in is low, 2-2. Change up and away. Hard ground to the second. Salmon backhands it to his right. Makes the stop. 1 down. Gonna bring up Connor. 1-for-1 today with a single. Stranded at first base in the second inning. Fastball down in the way is low. Ball 1. Curveball down and in is inside. 2-0. Slider high. Loop down the right field line. That is just fair. That's going to get in the corner for Connor. Evans gets it in, but that'll be a 1-out double. Next up is Young Jr. 0-for-1 today. Lined out to first base his first time up. His fastball down in the way is low. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Swung through it by Young Jr. 1-1. Change up and in. Foul back. 1-2. Slider up and away, lined in the middle, over the leaping Salmon's glove into right center, under Jennings' glove. That'll be extra bases for Junior, and that will score the run as it's 2-0 Sawteeth as they trade places. Back-to-back doubles. Next up, Fielder, 0-for-1. Struck out looking his first time up. Slider down and away, check swing at the knees, 0-1. Fastball down and in, foul back, 0-2. Up and away, fouled back by Fielder, still 0-2. Fastball up and in. Check swing inside. 1-2. Go down and away. Called strike 3 at the knees. Second punch out for Lafayette today. Both on fielder. 2 down, and that'll bring up base. He grounded out with the bases loaded in the second inning. He's 1 for 2. He's also singled today. Fastball up and in. Line to left over the leaping Burnett. That's a base hit. Holbein gets it in quickly, though, and that'll be runners at the corners. His base's second hit today puts him at 2 for 3. Next up is Jackie Slam, 1 for 2 with a single. She's also flown out today. First pitch changeup down and in. It is called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, high, 1-1. Ball down and away. Outside. Runner steals second. Second stolen base for base today. He's now 2 for 2 on the season, as there's a 2-1 count to Slam. Fastball up and in, line to short. Reliable leaps over his glove, and that's a base hit. Holbein comes up throwing to try and get the second runner, but it's cut by Burnett, and that's going to be a 2-run single for Slam, as it's now 4-0 Sawteeth. Lafayette now tense, and then I bring up Compton, 1 for 2 with an RBI on a ground out. She singled her last time up. First pitch fastball middle in is called strike, 0-1. Well down and away, line in the hole to third. Burnett dives to his left and cuts it off. He'll get up and fire to first in time. That ends the inning. But the Sawteeth get 3 runs, and they take a 4-0 lead. Offense better wake up sooner. This is going to be a long fucking game. Holbein, Evans, and Burnett do up bottom 3 in the lineup. Martin 0 for 1 today. Lined out to right field his first time up. Fastball down and away, outside, ball 1. Slider down and away is a strike at the knees, 1-1. Fastball high to Martin, 2-1. Curveball hangs, driven deep to right center field as he gets a good charge into it. But Slam runs it down on the warning track, 1 down. No luck. Next up is him up. Curveball hangs, ripped on the ground up the middle, and that's a base hit for Flash. He's 1 for 2. Puts him on him with 1 down. Bad jumps will activate for Evans at first, and that'll bring up Burnett 0 for 1. Fastball high, ball 1. Fastball high again, 2-0. Screwball away, swung late, 2-1. Fastball's down the middle, 2-2. Slider middle in, turned on by Burnett, skies it into right field, but it's going to die at the warning track again. Compton makes the catch for the second out. Evans hangs at first, now to bring up Pitts, he's 2 for 2. Screwball inside from LaJoy, ball 1. Curveball's away, 2-0. Curveball outside, 3-0 to count to Pitts. Strike at the knees on the heater, 3-1. Slider at the knees, hard rip the second on the ground, but Connor makes the stop, and that ends the inning. Freebooters get a hit, but 4-0 still. Painter, Strauss, and Johnson do up. Here's Painter, 0 for 2 today. Fast play, sky ball into right field. Evans hooking into the corner near the line. Makes the catch, 1 down. Next up is Strauss, 1 for 2 today with a single. First pitch curveball down and in is a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Lafayette back to neutral mojo here. Change it down and in, called a strike, quickly 0-2. Fastball up and in, sky ball to left field as she pops it and charging in. He'll call off the infielders. Makes the catch, 2 down. Bring up Johnson, 1 for 2. Singled his first time up. First pitch slider middle in is grounded up the third base line, just foul. Fastball up and away, popped up, shallow, sky ball to left field. That's more of a fly ball. Holbein is right there for it as he doesn't move, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Lafayette to get through the 5th without any issues. To the 6th, we're still down 4-0. Ho, McFreddy, and Jennings do up against LaJoy. He's only given up 4 hits and a walk to this point in the contest. Here's Efforts Ho, who's 0 for 2, looking to turn things around at the plate for not only himself, but the offense in general. Curveball outside as LaJoy is locked in after a scoreless inning last frame. 1-0 the count. Fastball up and in is inside and high, 2-0. Screwball low, 3-0 to Ho. Fastball down the middle, but called a strike, 3-1. Fastball middle, 1 down. Yay. Next up, McFreddy, 0 for 2. Fastball put in is high, ball 1. Sliders inside, 2-0. Open in is high, 3-0 to McFreddy. Fastball outside, caught the corner, 3-1. Fastball down in the way, caught the corner again, full count now. Fastball middle in is skied to left center field. That'll hang up though for Johnson to make the catch, 2 down. Next up is Jennings, 0 for 1 with a walk today. He's also flown out. Slider below the knees, fouled off, 0-1. Fastball up and in, blooped up the middle on the ground. Connor backhands it and fires. Another 1-2-3 inning for LaJoy as he gets through the 6th. Bottom 6, it's still 4-0. Connor, Young Jr., and Fielder due up. There's Connor, 2 for 2 today, double and a single. Lafayette's given up 10 hits to this point in the contest, 4 runs, and has struck out 2 batters, both of them the same hitter. Fastball down and into Connors, called strike at the knees, 0-1. Connors locked in after the double last time up. I believe he's 2 for 2 today. Change it down in the way, called the strike, 0-2. Connors also scored a run. Batter up and in, check swing inside, good take, 1-2. Curve up and away, fouled off. Fastball down and in is low, 2-2. Change it down and away. Hard grounder with his second single. Leadoff man on in the 6th for the Saltteeth. Brings up Young Jr., 1 for 2 with an RBI double today. Curveball down and away, grounded up the middle. And another base hit for the Saltteeth. First and second now with none down, and that'll do it for Lafayette. He's given up 12 hits and 5+ innings of work. Fielder due up 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Lafayette just didn't have it. Both runners on base are her responsibility. Coming out of the bullpen will be left-handed specialist Hander Ospecialo. Hander is 1-0 on the year with a 2.35 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. He's given up 2 earned runs in 4 appearances, totaling 7 2/3 innings, 8 hits given up, 1 of them a homer. He has walked a batter and struck out 5, batting average against .276, his second best out of the bullpen. Looking at this mess that we put him in. First pitch fastball up and away, caught a ball. Fielder, the switch hitter, will now bat from the right side of the plate. Well, outside, 2-0. Fastball down and in, lined up the left field line. That is a fair ball into the corner, and he will allow the inherited runners to score. Martin gets it in. It's an RBI double, 5-0. Saltteeth as they make it even wider. Next up is base, 2 for 3. Single was last time up. He's locked in. Going 1. Curveball down and in. Inside in the dirt, 1-1. Slider middle in. Hard grounder at the middle, and that's a base hit for base. His third hit, he's 3 for 4. 1 run scores. Runners at the corners. It's 6-0. As the Saltteeth pile it on and break it open in the 6th. Next up is Slam, 2 for 3. 2 singles. Drove in 2 runs last time up. Specialist active for Ospecialo here. First curveball away is lined in the center field. That will be down for another base hit. 7-0 Saltteeth. So Ospecialo's tense. He's given up 3 hits since coming out of the bullpen and has not gotten an out. Here's Compton, 1 for 3. RBI and a ground out and a single today. Still locked in. First pitch fastball skied to left. Holbein back to the warning track. Makes a catch for the first out as the runner will think about tagging and then think better of it. 1 down, and that'll bring up Painter, 0 for 3. Fastball down in the way, line to first. McFreddy dives over his glove in the right field. That's base hit. Bases are loaded now as that's the 4th hit given up by Ospecialo. Strauss, 1 for 3 with the single. Specialist active against her here. Slider down and away is low, ball 1. Curveball down and in. Swung through it, 1-1. Fastball up and in, caught a strike, 1-2. Curveball down and away, in the dirt, 2-2. Slider hangs in the middle of the plate. That's lined to center field. Another base hit. And it's now 8-0 Sawtooth. Station to station ball. Now to bring up Johnson. 1 for 3 with a single. Specialist working against him as well. Basket down and in is called strike. 0-1. Got it up and away. Called a strike. 0-2. Curveball down and away in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Fastball up and in. Swung through it. Strike 3. First punch up for a special. 2 down. Next up is Connor. 3 for 3. Double and 2 singles. He started the inning with a single. They batted around here. First pitch slider line to left field. Polbean slides over his glove, and that's going to be a bases clearing triple. Throw coming in from Polbean will be late. It is 11-0 Sawtooth on the bad decision. Not like it mattered. And Junior 2 for 3 RBI double last time up. Specialo is tense, and there's Power's left-hander active here for Young Junior. This curveball away is outside. Ball 1. Slider down and in is a strike. 1-1. Fastball up and in. Crushed by Young Jr. Dead center field. That is going to be over the batter's eye for a home run, as he did not miss it. Second homer of the year. It is 13-0 Sawtooth. Next up is Fielder. 1 for 3 with an RBI double. His last time up this inning. Off of the Specialo. Curveball fouled back. 0-1. Fastball's in the dirt, 1-1, so it is nowhere near the zone. Fastball up and in is fouled back, 1-2. Slider away, popped up, foul territory on the first side. McFreddy over near the seats. Makes the catch and that ends the inning, but the Sawtooth jump on Specialo and Lafayette for 9 runs, and they bust the game open. It is 13-0 into the 7th. Reliable, Salmon, and Polbean due up. Well, this is depressing. I might go hang myself after this. Next up, Reliable. 1 for 2 with the double. Curveball's high. Ball 1. Fastball down and in is a strike. 1-1. Fastball at the knees is fouled off. Out of play. 1-2. Fastball up. Sky to the left field. This will be an easy play for Johnson. It's right at him. 1 down. Next up is Salmon. 0 for 2. Inside pitch active. Fastball down and in is a strike. 0-1. Curveball middle in, hard grounder to second, right at Connor though. 2 down. Why is it when they hit the ball hard, it goes in the gap? When I hit the ball hard, it goes right at somebody. Where's the fairness, game? Polbean up 0 for 2 today. Apparently that's a strike today. Fuck you, game. 0-1. 0-2. And it's called strike 3. You can go fuck yourself. I hate this goddamn game. Bottom 7, base, Slam, and Compton due up. Base is 3 for 4 with 3 singles and an RBI. Honestly, I'm not even going to waste another frickin' pitcher because it's 13-0. Just forfeit. There's nothing we can do. Call it. Give LaJoy the fucking shutout. I don't care. Clearly, we were not meant to win this game. Call it the mercy rule. I've lost my patience. I don't give a shit anymore. Well, that's a loss. We fall to 7-4, and the Sawtooth improved to 8-5, or 8-4. I'm sorry. And now we only have a 1-game lead over the Herbivores. Thankfully, we won't see the Sawtooth unless we make the playoffs. Yay! And there goes our run differential too. That just got shit on. Herbivores don't play in the simulation, so we still hold a 1-game lead over them. Hot Corners were the same. They also did not play. Looks like nobody was eliminated from playoff contention this time around, as only 2 teams have 8 losses. Okay. Next game is going to be against the Herbivores. Is that a doubleheader? No, it is not. Okay, it is a 1-game matchup. That's right, we had a doubleheader against the Herbivores earlier. Same with the Moose, so these are 2 solo games. Alright, but it will be our last road game of the regular season, as we will send 4th pitcher Malaya Ellison to the hill, who's locked in at 2-0 with a 1.20 ERA and a 1.07 whip, and on the other side for the Herbivores, it will be Sanchez Silvio, 0-1 with a 3.72 ERA and a 1.45 whip, as they look to inch a little bit closer and tie us for the division lead. Looking around the league, Jack signed Gustav Gustafsson, replacing Brian Pickleford in the outfield, as they cut some cap there. Darcy Hicks goes to the Buzzards, replacing Hanny McCoy, the former Freebooter. A little bit tit for tat there. They actually make an improvement slightly, with a little bit cheaper. Next, nice job. Good for the young closer. Alfred Ho wins an arm wrestling competition, getting +3 arm. Good for him. He needs it, as he is a catcher. Henry Hamster signs to the Nemesis, replacing Nib Tailwind, as they make a great improvement there at third base. And Stump Pitts continues to age as he loses 4 power. Development options here. Alright, so this one for Ho is here. And there's a chance to gain RBI man. That's good. I like this one for Salmon, but this should be here next time. This one for Jennings. He doesn't really need this. That's a bit of a risk for not much of a gain. So pass on that one. Farmer doesn't really need velocity, but it is a nice upgrade to look at. Rums. Could he use the junk? Yes. Does he need this more than Ho? No, because Rums is a better player, and he's also younger, so he'll probably be more than likely have another option to do this, and this one for Ellison will be here next time, so that's out. So it's between these two. I'm going to lean towards Ho because the catcher needs arm. It's definitely something he needs. And there's a chance for RBI man. That might be a nice upgrade. There we go. Only the 6 arm. That's fine. Now he's up to 69. Nice. RBI man does not get acquired, which is fine. He's up to an A- though. Hey, getting better. Alright, let's set the lineup here, call it a day. Next time, it'll be Pitts at first base leading off, followed by Ho at the catcher position. He'll bat second. Donga will be DHing as she is juiced, batting third. Reliable bats fourth at shortstop. Nico Jennings bats fifth in center field. Batting sixth at third base. His backup position is Harsh McFreddy, as Burnett is still 10th, so he'll go to the bench. Batting 7th, left fielder Martin Polbean. Batting 8th, second baseman Cole the Fishman Salmon. And batting 9th, right fielder Flash Evans. Alright, that'll do it for this one, guys. That was a rough one. That is the second time I've rage quit in this series, and I think it was with good reason. It was 13-0. There was not any point in wasting another pitcher on a game that was clearly already lost. And it was very, very abundantly clear that the AI wanted me to lose that game, as no matter what I did, none of the breaks that the other team got happened to me in return. So it was just a sign that, you know what, take your loss, just come back out next time and try and win. If you made it this deep, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your attention. I appreciate you. If you like what you see and you enjoy me losing my mind, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, guys, this is a nasty one, signing off.